Ever wondered what happens to those giant EV batteries after they're done, powering the car?
Yeah. It's a bit of a mystery, right? People are so focused on the electric part, they forget about the giant battery-shaped elephant in the room.
Well, get ready to learn, because today we are diving deep into the world of EV battery recycling.
Buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride.
So we're cutting through the hype, the greenwashing, all of it,
All of it.
to bring you the need-to-know facts about this emerging industry.
It's a hot topic, and for good reason. The EV revolution is here.
Here to stay.
And figuring out how to manage these batteries, and I mean really manage them, not just trash them.
Exactly.
That's critical.
Absolutely critical. So to kick things off, let's talk Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, yeah, Mercedes.
They just opened their first battery recycling plant over in Germany.
Fancy.
And get this, they're aiming for a 96% recovery rate.
96%.
96. Using something called an integrated mechanical hydrometallurgical approach.
Okay, so I am pretty sure I know what those words mean individually, but together it sounds intimidating.
Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
But luckily, we've got you here to break it down.
Okay, so integrated mechanical hydrometallurgical. It's actually a two-step process, and it's kind of cool. First, they take the battery apart, like completely dismantle it,
Okay,
and they separate out the easy stuff, plastics, metals, all that.
makes sense.
That's the mechanical part. Now for the hydrometallurgical magic. They basically dunk the rest of the battery into this high-tech solution, almost like a chemical bath, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And this solution pulls out all the really valuable stuff. Lithium, cobalt, nickel, the good stuff.
The good stuff. So it's like a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of chemistry magic.
Exactly.
And boom, 96% recovery rate, which I'm not going to lie is way higher than I thought was possible.
Right. It's pretty amazing. And when you compare it to the industry average, which is, only about 50%, Mercedes is really setting a new standard here. It shows they're serious about this whole sustainability thing.
It's not just about being green, though, right? This is going to make business sense, too.
Oh, absolutely. Look, automakers are realizing that relying solely on mining new materials is, well, it's risky business.
Risky how so?
Well, the price of raw materials,
Okay.
it's all over the place. Not to mention the potential for, supply chain disruptions. Remember what happened during the pandemic? Exactly. But when you build a closed-loop system, you recycle, you reuse those precious, precious elements.
It just makes sense.
It's smart business. Reduce, reuse, recycle, baby.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. Speaking of recycling, I was reading this report that suggested recycled battery materials might actually be higher performing than stuff that's freshly mined.
This sounds crazy, right?
It does. Why would old be better than new?
It seems counterintuitive, but there are studies that have shown, for example, that recycled lithium ions, they can be more efficient. The recycling process, it kind of smooths out the rough edges at a chemical level. Interesting.
Leading to faster charging times, maybe even longer battery life.
So you're telling me my old phone battery could hold the key to a better EV battery? Wild.
It's wild. Okay, so Mercedes is doing their thing in Europe.
Yeah.
But what's happening here in the U.S.?
Yeah, what about us?
Well, stateside, we've got Redwood Materials leading the charge.
Redwood Materials.
Yeah, they're kind of a big deal. Founded by, get this, a former Tesla CTO.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're teaming up with all the major automakers, Ford, Volvo, you name it, creating this massive EV battery recycling network.
So this isn't just some small-time operation.
Oh, absolutely not. These guys, they're playing the long game.
Love it.
And they're discovering some really interesting stuff. You know how there's all that talk about EV battery lifespan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Big concern. But Redwood's data, it suggests that maybe, just maybe, we've been overestimating the problem. See, they're getting way fewer end-of-life battery packs than they thought they would, which means these batteries are lasting longer than we expected. See? I told you I was going to keep my electric car for a long time.
There you go. It just goes to show you got to look at the data, right?
Always with the data. And these batteries, they don't just fade into obscurity after their automotive adventures. We've got to talk about these second life applications.
Second life. Love it. It's like giving these batteries a whole new career.
It's the ultimate retirement plan.
Right. Before they get broken down for their precious metals, their large size and remaining juice makes them perfect for things like grid storage, helping to stabilize the energy grid, integrating renewables. It's pretty cool.
So they're like the seasoned veterans of the energy world.
Exactly. And we're even seeing them being used to power homes and businesses.
So it's like getting double the use out of these things.
Precisely.
Okay, so to recap, we've got game-changing recycling technologies that are boosting recovery rates like crazy.
Right.
We've got major players going all in on a closed-loop system.
Don't forget the batteries themselves.
Yeah.
Lasting longer than we thought.
Oh, right. More durable, more versatile. I feel like we really are on the edge of something big here.
We are. It's a win-win-win. Good for the planet, good for the economy, good for the future of EVs.
It really makes you think, though. If this whole EV battery recycling thing really takes off, what's going to happen to other industries, like mining? Something to think about, right?
Big questions for a rapidly changing world.
As always, thanks for joining us for this electrifying deep dive. We'll see you next time.